Yes, YouTube, I did it. Listen, I am J Monique of Designs by J Moby. This is my first time on YouTube Live. My lighting is not that great. Hopefully, you can hear me. I'm gonna turn my ringer off. Look, I already know Lola gonna come. My 5-year-old, she gonna come in here. She live. She gonna come in here. So I'm in my studio and I'm working. I'm working on Etsy order. I am an ecom business, ecom store. Hold on. What light is this? Oh, let me lower my light. Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how I do. Um, that's not a good view. I'm actually neither not than I appear. Yes, I'm J Monique, and I run an ecom store. Mostly, I sell on Etsy. So it's my first time on YouTube Live, and I want to talk to you guys. If anybody's listening, like, hello, is this thing on? I want to tell you why. Just give you a few tips on event planning. So, like, we've been on lockdown. I know everybody keeps saying it, but we've been on lockdown for some time, and what, like 3 years? Some areas are still, mandated with certain measures and regulations and stuff like that. Some areas not so much. Some of the mandates are relaxed, and I know a lot of people are happy and rejoicing because of that. Let me see if that's better. I should be able to see me. Okay. So now that we're back outside, I'm talking to the event planners. So if you are an event coordinator, an event planner, I know that you have a lot on your plate, trying to manage your client's budget and managing everyone's responsibility to make the event um, become alive and memorable for your clients. So, it's going to be important that we collaborate. We meaning like other designers, we're here for you. Um, it's going to be some things moving forward where we're going to have to be real creative. Okay. And I had an epiphany the other day. I was on TikTok Live and I realized why I don't like fresh cut flowers anymore. And I didn't realize that it had an effect on me from my experience in the past with fresh cut flowers. Now, so it started in 2011. Yes, 2011. My father passed away. And so my siblings and I, we had a whole ceremony. Everyone came out to send their love, right, to our dear father. At the end of the ceremony, my siblings and I were stuck with dozens and dozens of flowers. We didn't know what to do with them. There were some loved ones that took them, of course, like he had siblings. So a lot of people took some of the flowers with them, but we still had dozens of flowers, like fresh cut flowers. Like, what are we going to do with these flowers? And so we dealt with it. And then 2014, our mom passed away as well. So for us, that was like a back to back hit. And that hit us really hard because we grew up with our parents, 40 years married, all that stuff. And so again, we had all these fresh cut flowers, and with dad, we spent a couple of hundred on his, but with mom, that was like a couple of G's, right? Because, this is her last party, this is our mom. And so, with women, there's more flowers kind of involved there. And again, we had dozens and dozens and dozens of flowers left over with nothing to do. We tried to give them away. We gave most of them away, of course. Some of them ended up in the trash. And I just felt like, oh my God, that's like a waste. Like, so then when 2016 come around, it was time for me to get married. Now, um, I ended up discharging because I don't want to say fire. I ended up discharging my event planner. And I picked it up from there. So I'll take care of it because when I let her know that I did not want fresh cut flowers because I thought that that was a waste, she thought I was insane. Like, "Oh, you can't have a wedding without fresh cut flowers. That's a part of the process. Like, basically get over it." I'm like, "I do not have to have fresh cut flowers." "Well, how are you gonna like fill in the space and decorate, the event, where the ceremony is and also where the reception is?" And I said, "I will figure it out." So it took a little time and I just kept trying to figure it out. And I was on Etsy and I got a template to design my own invitations. And so I got the cardstock, really, really thick paper. And so I just went to Staples and had them print down my invitations, right? Didn't have to damage my printer. They did it for me. So I had all this paper left over, and I was like, "What can I do with this paper? Like, this has to come in handy for me to be able to make my event happen." I just did not want fresh cut flowers. I felt like I've gone through that a few times, and there's always all these flowers left over, and I just felt like they were a waste. They're beautiful in the moment, but then afterwards, it's like all that thousands of dollars just gone down the drain. Plus, I had got it was the most expensive thing of the wedding. Everything else was a deal. So I was able to get 2 wedding gowns, so I had, like, a little wardrobe change and everything, and so I had a really good deal there. We had a good deal on our venue, our reception hall, everything was a good deal. Even, like, our vehicle for our honeymoon, like, we worked a deal with everything. Our caterer was our neighbor who worked a great deal. He runs a restaurant, so that all worked out. But when it came to them doggone flowers, I was like, "I'm not spending all." I just didn't want to put that into the budget. And so I got really, really creative and I started thinking and digging, like, what can I do to fill in this space? And so I used to design a lot with my mom. And so I came up with paper flowers. I said, "What if I just, like, make my own bouquet?" Like, I start trying to, like, make my own designs and everything, and remember, this is 2016. This is not how you see it today where paper flowers are everywhere, it's like a real big trend. This was before the trend. Like, now, you can find paper flowers anywhere. You can find paper flowers in a doggone grocery store, but this was before all of that. So it was not a lot of videos. It was not a lot of like YouTubes or instructions on how to do it. It was like more like origami. I'm like, I don't want to make animals and birds, like, so I just had to try to figure it. Let me see if I can pull it up. When I pulled this up on TikTok live the other day, I just got really emotional because it was like a picture of me with the paper flowers and they were in my mom's house, and it was very it was a little emotional. Maybe I'll put it up another time. So I started making my paper flowers. Then I got nervous. I'm like, "This is so corny, like, they're gonna laugh at me. People are gonna think this is crazy." And so I asked my bridesmaids and some of my family members, I showed them to them, and they went crazy, like, "You did not make these? Oh my god, this is a great idea. Yes, use them, girl." I was like, "Nah, this is corny, like, everybody's gonna laugh at me." And it was like, "No, these are beautiful." And so I ended up using the paper flowers instead of fresh cut flowers, and I never really looked back. So my bouquet is very similar to a bouquet. Like, say if this was a bouquet, this is this is a flower box, right? This is what I'm working on. It's my prototype. It's not the perfect one. So that's why it's just kind of in here and it's just what I've been working on. It's not the measurements are off. We got some work to do. But you get the gist of what I'm saying. So let's say if this was a bouquet. My grandmother has my wedding bouquet right now, all those years later, because we used latex flowers that last forever. And it helps with allergies too, because some people are allergic to flowers and things of that sort. So, if you got them kind of issues, that those are good things to consider for your clients. So I never look back. I just haven't really been a fan of fresh cut flowers. And so I like them though, like because of the smell. And don't get me wrong, they're beautiful and everything. But like this set right here, like these, I mean, how long they gonna last? Look at them. These are fresh cut flowers. And look, the water be stanking. Like, and they're beautiful in the beginning, but then after a couple days, they start looking like this, and then it's like they're all dried and crisp, and I'm like, okay, what to do with them? So it's not much you can do with them, right? they take up a lot of water. They're not eco-friendly at all. And so I would rather have flowers like these behind me, right? So you have clients that have allergies or something like that. This is what I'm working on. I'm working on my collection of floral boxes. So it'll fill in your event space and things of that sort. But anyway, I just want to share with you why I don't like fresh cut flowers. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and finish my order for my Etsy store. There are a couple of orders that are pending that just came through today, and so I'm just gonna work on this one here because they are ready to go. I'm just gonna do the quality check, making sure that the glue and everything is all set and cured. Everything is fine. Is a pair of my eye goggles. So a lot of medical professionals, but also event planners, they order my eye goggles too because you guys are up on those ladders and you're like nailing things and installing things, or you're working on designing things, and you got to protect your eyes because eye injury is a very serious thing. And so you want to have the right protection on when you are doing your work. So that's what I'm working on. These are my eye goggles. These are on my Etsy store right now. Yep. So these are the swirl bling. This customer ordered the AB. AB is the iridescent. So that's what I'm working on. I'm gonna go ahead and package that up for her. It appears to be ready. It's been curing for a couple of days, and because you just want to make sure everything is set, so that way we don't have any issues when it reaches the customer. So yeah, if you're an event planner, you need eye goggles, things like that. I have them on my Etsy store, and join my email list too because I'm gonna really work. I am working on the flower boxes. So if you have your clients that need these for their bridesmaids, because the truth is a bridesmaid don't really care about a bouquet. The bride does, but bridesmaid they don't care. But something like that, they will like that because they can keep that forever. So I'm not gonna be on here long. It's my first time on YouTube Live. I think one person peeked in. Thank you very much for peeking in on me. They're like, who is this new lady on here? So I'm J Monique of Designs by J Mo B. I'm gonna go ahead and get over to designing packaging my eye goggles. But then y'all, I think somebody been stealing my cup covers. I'm missing three actually. And I'm going through my purses because you know how women we be changing our purses. So I'm looking through my purses and I'm like, where are my cup covers? And I don't know, like, did I leave it somewhere? Or like, because I'm kind of good for leaving something somewhere. I remember I left a pair of Gucci glasses years ago. I'll never forget that. That was like 15, 20 years ago. I will never forget that. It was my favorite pair. Bomb. Really, really nice pair of Gucci. I left them in a restaurant somewhere. And that when that happened, I realized, yeah, you good for leaving something behind. You can leave a pair of Gucci glasses at a table. You ridiculous. So ain't no telling. Knowing me, I probably done left it somewhere, and somebody like, oh, she left her cup cover. So my cup covers are on my Etsy store. I'm gonna fix this one. This is the cheetah print. I have to do that grommet a little bit better, and then I need to finish the pattern so I can get it over to the person that's gonna manufacture these for me. So, and this is the black set. So I'm making sure that they're made out of a material that is kind of like water resistant, so it can help with any spillage and it won't soak through and stain your fabric. These are already on here. These have been tested. This is like the bridal set, but I'm going to readjust the measurement. I want to kind of tighten it up a little bit more. But my manufacturer, my seamstress, my team, they're gonna do a way better job than I am. So yeah, they're more advanced sewers. I'm just like intermediate. I think I'm still beginner, but I can get the job done. I've been sewing face mask, for a couple of years now. So that has helped out a lot. I can sew a face mask in my sleep with all the proper components. And so these are on an Etsy store. So this is where you're setting your table. Because again, okay, for my wedding, I remember. So they're like, oh yeah, the table's gonna be set. So when you and your new husband come out and your bridal party come out, pretty much things on the sweetheart table are like set. And I'm like, "I'm not drinking that water. That water been open and poured all this time. I don't know what then flew and dropped in that water." And so I'm like, "I need a fresh glass." And they thought I was trying to be like bougie, but I'm like, "No." And this was in 2016. I'm like, "No, I don't know what's in there. It might be something then fell in there, debris, dust." And so I had to re-pour my glass of water because it's just like kind of sitting there. And so this is where this come into play. Yeah. Or like when you're at the club, and you want to protect your beverages. So, but mostly this is for your nice formal events. You have your table set up all nice, and these work really well as party favors. So these are already on my Etsy store, just loaded. So what I'm gonna do right now is I gotta make me another one. So this is the pink python that is kind of like a spandex material. I'm gonna go ahead and sew it, but I just took the time to redo my pattern, and so I made it a little bit more snug, but then I want to keep it to where it'll go to a large size cup, but the look of it is just as important. So that's what I'm gonna sew. And then I'm missing my pink lace. I have a really nice pink lace one, and I want to put that on the Etsy store, but somebody got me. So I'm gonna have to sew a few more and get those on there for you guys. So all right. So anybody that peeked in, thank you very much. I'm a newbie here to YouTube, but I will be going live here and TikTok. Those are like my two areas. But yeah, you'll see me around. Subscribe if you have not. And if you have, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It does motivate us. As we come on here and try to give you content and share things with you. And yeah, this is what I'm doing today. And hopefully, you guys are having a great day. Weekend's coming up, and make sure you enjoy. All right. I don't know how I did, but I did it, and I'm excited about it. So I'm going to end the stream now and enjoy the rest of your day. And subscribe if you just want to be nosy and see. Just watch me grow and see, and then you'll be able to see my new items that are coming out, and I am focused on them, laser focused. Nothing else is going to distract me. So people ask me, "Can you do this? Can you do that? Can you make me a chef coat?" I'm going to stay focused. We're talking about helping event planners. Now that we're back outside, you guys are going to need that help. So I'm here for you. Thank you so much. I'm Jay Monique, and hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day. All right, peace out.